Hello everyone, my name is Joanna and welcome to the Ombré Bra tutorial part 2. Before we begin, let me just say thank you to everyone who checked out my first video, in particular to those who hit like, subscribe, commented or even shared it on their social media. I really appreciate the support, and I hope that if you do like this video, then you know what to do with their thumbs up and their subscribe button boxes, that you know what to do. In today's video we will be focusing on construction of the bra. What I will not be focusing too much on is setting the cups into the cradle, because I'm assuming that you already tried your pattern and that you're familiar with those steps. Personally, I believe that the trickiest parts of this bra are around the cup. So today we will cover how to construct your foam cap lining, how to finish it neatly inside and on the top edge of the cup, and we will cover draping the tulle layers on the cup. If you end up having any questions after this video, then hit the comment section down below. Alternatively, go on Instagram, where I am a little bit more active, so hopefully I'll be able to get back to you sooner. For now, let's hit the sewing machine. So let's start the construction of the bra from cutting out foam for our foam cap lining. We're going to be using the pattern that we created during the last tutorial, and we're going to cut 2 of those. It doesn't really matter on which side you're cutting it, because at least on my foam cap lining, both sides are actually the same. Now that we have them both cut out, what we need to do is to assemble them by stitching them together with a zigzag. So now we assembled both of our caps. What we need to do next is to finish off that internal seam. As you can see, it's not exactly aesthetically pleasing. There are some loose threads, some bits of foam sticking about, and to be fair, if you do it neater than I do, or it doesn't really bother you that much, you may skip this step that I'm going to show you, but I really like the finish that it gives you. In order to tidy up that seam, what I do is I cover it with a tiny strip of sheer cap lining, which is folded on both sides and stitched over the internal seam with a straight stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, now both of our caps look presentable inside with those seams lovely and finished. What we need to do next is to cut 2 rectangles of tulle. They need to be big enough to cover the entire cap widthwise and lengthwise. What we're going to be doing now is to lay them, align them with your top edge of the cap from the inside, meaning from the side where we finished this seam, and then we're going to stitch it alongside this top edge. What this is going to do is that when we actually flip this tulle over to the other side, once it's stitched, it's going to nicely encase that top edge and it's no longer going to be exposed and raw. And there you have a nicely finished top edge of the cap. Once our cap is neatly finished on the inside and the top edge is encased, we can begin to drape our tulle layers. I'm going to talk you through the application of the first layer, and since they all follow the same logic, I'm going to video the rest and show you a sped up version so we don't have to sit here for hours and watch me as I tinker with this cap. To apply your first layer, you will need to cut out a rectangle of tulle. It needs to be long enough that when it's folded in half along this top edge, it will be still long enough to cover your cup all the way to the bottom. We need to leave a little bit of excess in there, and we will be cutting that excess off once this tulle is pinned into place. And we're going to start by pinning this layer from the inner top edge over here to the outer, measuring along the web. In fact, I'm going to even pin it in the middle here. And over here. We're going to have to now pin the tulle around the side and on the bottom, gathering and pleating as we go to maintain the shape of the cap. And once that's done, all we need to do is just to replicate the same process for all the remaining layers, and we're going to be nearly done. before we move on, I just wanted to apologize quickly for the sound of my voice. I've lost the ability to speak for a couple of days, and my voice is not yet at 100%. But when it comes to the bra, what we've got left to do on here is to trim away the tulle. But before we do it, I like to, for an extra added security, to baste it on the sewing machine. I don't think that my hand stitching here is secure enough for when we're going to be setting it into the cradle. But essentially at this point we're done with the cup tutorial of how to do this ombre bra. I'm going to show you a quick footage of how I finish off this bra using the pattern that I'm using, but obviously at this point you would be referring to whatever pattern you are following. So enjoy the footage. Okay, I hope that this was useful to you. Thank you for watching today, and I hope to see you soon. If there is anything that you want me to cover in particular in the future, then please get in touch with me and I'll try to make it so. For now, thank you very much and bye-bye!